The way an anime can come into your path is something unlike I've ever seen. When it comes to TV shows and movies in America, I almost only hear about it if it winds up being super good or just downright terrible. But when it comes to anime, the good and the bad will always come to the surface as always, but the subcategories of why people are talking about something is all over the place. Sometimes the story is amazing and other times it's terrible. Both spark conversation. But with anime, conversation and speak of it can light up from a cute girl, a hot guy, costume design, world building, or simply food. People talk about things no matter what it may be, and The Rising of the Shield Hero I think holds a unique place in this regard. Released in 2019, The Rising of the Shield Hero is an anime based off of the light novel of the same name. It follows a 20-year-old boy named Naofumi Iwatani who gets sucked into a fantasy world to protect it. In this world, stories tell of 4 otherworldly heroes wielding a sword, spear, bow, and shield who all protect the lands from the waves of calamity. The Kingdom of Melremark summons the 4 heroes to defend them. It is an isekai anime, of course, meaning it's a story about a normal character being transported to another world or alternate dimension. It's by no means a unique or original concept, but what makes The Rising of the Shield Hero stand out to me is what happens to our main character, which essentially sets up the whole show. Naofumi is a fairly standard protagonist in his introduction, wanting to do good but being fairly awkward while trying. When the parties are being formed, Naofumi, due to his lack of offensive abilities with a shield, doesn't gain any members. But Princess Malti joins up with him. The two spend about a day with each other roaming around the kingdom, purchasing armor and supplies, and the day goes seemingly well. The next morning, Naofumi is brought in front of the king, accused of raping Malti. This accusation strips Naofumi of pretty much everything. Respect from the kingdom, trust from the other heroes. He loses all of his money and he is branded a criminal. A lie that he cannot disprove ruined him. And it's that setup that I think is the main draw to this series that makes it stand out. I can't say anything with certainty, but I think one of the biggest reasons this anime got so popular in America is due to the Me Too movement, a time where all sorts of actors, actresses, employees, and fans are coming out with all sorts of sexual assault allegations. Some real, some fake, but overall, a complete clusterfuck of a situation. It's by no means the only reason I think this became as popular as it did, but for me, that's how I first heard of the show. So having a portrayal like that definitely gets people talking, for better or for worse. That being said, the middle portions of the series are a bit lackluster. The isekai genre isn't the most unique, and this definitely doesn't break the mold. It tries to drive in the point that it's not a video game, but when you level up, unlock upgrades, and can teleport to locations you visited before, it's basically a video game. No matter how many times they say it's not. And you can pretty much bet there's all kinds of lollies that are run into. I'm just saying, it's not as complex as I thought it would be. In fact, when it's not dealing with Naofumi's accusation, it doesn't feel too different than any other isekai. Its strong suit is the false accusation and how Naofumi deals with it and how it affects him. One of the stronger attributes of the series can be its take on these topics if you choose to look at them. How an allegation can ruin someone's life, how it'll change them, who do you believe when it's one's words against the others, and in the end, what's truly valuable? What is worth fighting for? Who is worth fighting for, and why? Sometimes it only takes one person's positive truth to block out 10,000 negative lies.